A person becomes great not by sitting on some high seat, but through higher qualities. A crow does not become an eagle by simply sitting on the top of a palatial building. Till the enemy's weakness is known, he should be kept on friendly terms. Before you start some work, always ask yourself 3 questions. Why am I doing it? What the results might be, and will I be successful? Only when you think deeply and find satisfactory answers to these questions, go ahead. Do not reveal what you have thought upon doing, but by wise counsel keep it secret, being determined to carry it into execution. There is some self-interest behind every friendship. There is no friendship without self-interests. This is a bitter truth. He who gives up shyness in monetary dealings, in acquiring knowledge, in eating and in business, becomes happy. Even if a snake is not poisonous, it should pretend to be venomous. Education is the best friend. An educated person is respected everywhere. Education beats the beauty and the youth. The one excellent thing that can be learned from a lion is that whatever a man intends doing should be done by him with a wholehearted and strenuous effort. Books are as useful to a stupid person as a mirror is useful to a blind person. Once you start working on something, don't be afraid of failure and don't abandon it. People who work sincerely are the happiest. The fragrance of flowers spreads only in the direction of the wind. But the goodness of a person spreads in all direction. A person should not be too honest. Straight trees are cut first and honest people are screwed first. Avoid him who talks sweetly before you but tries to ruin you behind your back, for he is like a pitcher of poison with milk on top. A debt should be paid off till the last penny, an enemy should be destroyed without a trace. Never make friends with people who are above or below you in status. Such friendships will never give you any happiness. An egoist can be won over by being respected, a crazy person can be won over by allowing him to behave in an insane manner, and a wise person can be won over by truth. Let not a single day pass without your learning a verse, half a verse, or a fourth of it, or even one letter of it, nor without attending to charity, study and other pious activity. Do not put your trust in a bad companion, nor even trust in an ordinary friend, for if he should get angry with you, he may bring all your secrets to light. Skills are called hidden treasure as they save like a mother in a foreign country. Knowledge is lost without putting it into practice, a man is lost due to ignorance, an army is lost without a commander, and a woman is lost without a husband. In trans-border relations, there are no permanent friends or permanent enemies or even permanent borders. There are only permanent interests, and everything should be done to secure these interests. A permanent relationship is dependent on particular purpose or wealth. Time perfects all living beings as well as kills them, it alone is awake when all others are asleep. Time is insurmountable. Our bodies are perishable, wealth is not at all permanent, and death is always nearby. Therefore we must immediately engage in acts of merit. Poverty, disease, sorrow, imprisonment and other evils are the fruits borne by the tree of one's own sins. Rain which falls upon the sea is useless, so is food for one who is satiated, in vain is a gift for one who is wealthy, and a burning lamp during the daytime is useless. The learned are envied by the foolish, rich men by the poor, chaste women by adulteresses, and beautiful ladies by ugly ones. He who loses his money is forsaken by his friends, his wife, his servants, and his relations, yet when he regains his riches those who have forsaken him come back to him. Hence wealth is certainly the best of relations. Water is the medicine for indigestion. It is invigorating when the food that is eaten is well digested. It is like nectar when drunk in the middle of a dinner, and it is like poison when taken at the end of a meal. One whose knowledge is confined to books and whose wealth is in the possession of others, can use neither his knowledge nor wealth when the need for them arises. He whose son is obedient to him, whose wife's conduct is in accordance with his wishes, and who is content with his riches, has his heaven here on earth. Although an ass is tired, he continues to carry his burden, he is unmindful of cold and heat, and he is always contented. These three things should be learned from the ass. Beauty is spoiled by an immoral nature, noble birth by bad conduct, learning, without being perfected, and wealth by not being properly utilized. O wise man! Give your wealth only to the worthy and never to others. The water of the sea received by the clouds is always sweet. Learning is like a cow of desire. It, like her, yields in all seasons. Like a mother, it feeds you on your journey. Therefore learning is a hidden treasure. A father who is a chronic debtor, an adulterous mother, a beautiful wife, and an unlearned son are enemies in one's own home. This world is a bitter tree, it has only two sweet nectar-like fruits, one is soft voice and the other is company of gentlemen. Those born blind cannot see, similarly blind are those in the grip of lust. Proud men have no perception of evil, and those bent on acquiring riches see no sin in their actions. He who is overly attached to his family members experiences fear and sorrow, for the root of all grief is attachment. Thus one should discard attachment to be happy. For the moon, though one, dispels the darkness, which the stars, though numerous, do not. Many a bad habit is developed through overindulgence, and many a good one by chastisement. Therefore, beat your son as well as your pupil, never indulge them. He who has wealth has friends and relations, he alone survives and is respected as a man. For good days one should save money, women should be protected even if it takes the money saved. But for self-preservation the money and the women should be sacrificed. As a whole forest becomes fragrant by the existence of a single tree with sweet-smelling blossoms in it, so a family becomes famous by the birth of a virtuous son. He who lives in our mind is near though he may actually be far away, but he who is not in our heart is far though he may really be nearby. All the creatures are pleased by loving words, and therefore we should address words that are pleasing to all, for there is no lack of sweet words. If one has a good disposition, what other virtue is needed? If a man has fame, what is the value of other ornamentation? There is no austerity equal to a balanced mind, and there is no happiness equal to contentment, there is no disease like covetousness, and no virtue like mercy. A good wife is one who serves her husband in the morning like a mother does, loves him in the day like a sister does, and pleases him like a prostitute in the night. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for regular content. See you next time.